Hello and welcome to Flooring Models Kit Review time. Today we've got something definitely a little bit different in this kit review. We've got X Plus's 1/8 scale Metropolis Lady. I'm going to call her Maria because I can't pronounce that bit down in there. So a little bit of backstory on this. We've been joking about calling this C-3PO's great, probably lots of greats, grandmother, because I'm pretty sure George Lucas would have seen this film, obviously, and then he's taken a little bit of inspiration from here. So if you don't know about this film, it's made in Germany, 1927. I haven't seen all of it, I'll be honest with you. I've just watched bits on YouTube. It's about 2.5 hours. It's a black and white silent film at the end of the day. But it is one of those films which is, you know, if you're into your films and things like that, you probably do want to go off and have a look at it and have a see, because it will give you great inspiration for this. Also, I do believe that Queen have the rights to it now because they used it for Radio Gaga. I don't know, just one of those weird little topics. Anyway, moving on with it, we can see, here she is. I'm going to call her Maria because I think that's what it was. From the film point of view, his girlfriend dies or his wife, and then he tries to recreate her in robot form, and hence whilst we get this one. So anyway, running around on the box, there's not a great deal to it, as you can see, just down in here. We've got a kit number for this one. It is a 1/8 scale. I know we were scratching for this the other day. I can't actually see a number for this particular one. Oh, kit number might be this one down in here. So it's either 411200037T. So take your numbers out of that one. Anyway, we are greeted in the box by the figure. We've got various ones. So we've got the old instructions. Then we've got separate bags, it looks like, for everything. It's very, shall we say, Mobius-like. As in, the plastic looks quite soft. We've got a stand for it as well. So we've got the whole throne or charging unit or whatever you want to call it for this one. So yeah, we've got all the parts for that down in there. We've also got, obviously, the torso, a couple of sprues in that bag, and then we've got all the lights and the bits and pieces down in here. As you can see, and this is from the her charging station, or I don't know quite what you would call it, her throne, I don't know. Anyway, so we've got those. So if we start in the instructions, I think these are going to be giant pull-out types just like this. And so there's not a lot to it, but you're going to be spending a lot of your time doing clean-up and bits all the way through. So basically, you've got that inner part, and then it is covered, obviously, by the metalwork, I would suppose you'd call it, onto the outside of it as well as it goes through. Now, as I say, it's a black and white film, so in theory, you can take your colours from what you like, but she is this sort of bronzy gold colour. Copper colour, if you like, something like that in between, which is really, really nice. So you can get it going with your metallizers and things like that. But you can see the construction itself is pretty straightforward right the way through. And then over here, you've got to drill some holes out and add all the little tiny details down into this one as it goes through. Then you've got all these clear lights and everything they're going to make up just down in here and onto the sort of charging station or whatever it is down in here, her seat, down onto this one. All right. So you can see completed one on this side, and that gives you a little bit about it as well. So again, it's one of those things. Take some references, have a look at the film, and you can get plenty of details from there, which gives you some great tips. All right. So useless fact, apparently it was made out of some type of resin, the suit. It's like a gluey resin. And Dan, they almost killed the poor actress who was inside it. Anyway, there we go. You can see it's a strange layout how it actually goes, but it gives you the thing. So you've got that sort of inner body area just down in there, and that's the back, just like that, as you can see. So that's basically just like that. And then you've got the plating, and this is where we talk about the old C-3PO effect. So that's obviously the body, and we've got around here the back with the plating as it goes through on there, just like that. Then over here we've got the body and leg parts, it looks like. Yep. So we've got head in here as well. Let's go for the start in the head. So as you can see, we've got some nice bits down in here. So starting over on this side, we've got I think this is the cuffs, lower arms, things like that. We've got the face. And then obviously the plating for the hands, I do believe that is. Back of the head, bits like that. That's it. Very nicely done. And again, giant, that's what I was saying. It's very sort of Mobius-like, large connecting pin areas, which is almost going to be a push fit down into this one. All right. Then we got obviously the thighs and the calves, as you can see, just down in here. So again, some actually very nice details down into this one. You know, I know it's done in the colour and it's probably not that far off of what it should be, but I would say, you know, prime it, paint it, really buff it up, bring it to life, things like that, because I think it will work very well. You can see big old locating tabs down in there, which again are going to push through. So very nice. Then we've got, oh, this is the legs. So we've got the legs just down in here, do it around that way. You can see. Very nice. And then we got the other one down in here. So obviously this is the legs coming down, and these will pin then into the foot, which is over here. And then obviously you can have a standing. There we go. Very nice indeed. Right, then you've got a big old bit of clear parts down in here. Now the reason for the clear parts is obviously for making up onto the stand. So you've got sort of two halves to them. You've got these parts over here and then these, but these are literally going to clip to the underside of the stand because of the way the electricity flowed through her down in the day. There we go. Very nice indeed. So we've got lots of those. And then last up, we've actually got the throne itself. So this is made up various parts for the actual throne. As you can see, some tabbing to take care of and clip off. They've just dismantled it from the sprue area, if you like. To be honest with you, it's probably not worth getting these out, but as you can see, this is just going to make up your stand. You've got a little bit of wording down the back here as well, which is done, which is very nice. And then the main base itself, and then again these little holes down here are obviously where those little lights are all going to sit on, and it could be one of those ones you could add a little bit of powering to this. You've got the actual embossed there saying Metropolis down in there. So yes, very nice indeed. Definitely one of those strange kits, but again, if you're into your film and you're into that thing about obviously going back and you know, learning about film and stuff, you will see that, you know, it's quite an outspoken film for its day and all the rest of it. I know that the US version was heavily edited and basically told a completely different story to the German one, I think I've heard. There's a great video up on YouTube from Minty, who does all things like this. So there we go. That's the X Plus Metropolis, you know, figure. Again, this is one of those things. If you want to sort of learn about your history and stuff, go back, have a look at the film, because again, it's one of those where if you watch the entire film, and there's two versions of it out there, there's a short US version, which is something like an hour long, or you've got the original, which is like 2.5 hours. But if you look at it, the way that some of obviously the cinematography, you've got practical effects all the way through it and all the rest of it. I think it's 1927. It's absolutely amazing. But anyway, you've got a great kit. And again, if you want to get something just like C-3PO's great-great-granny, then this is definitely the kit for you. Looks very nice. And actually, I can see myself building one of these as well. So watch out for a future video build on that.